Here are my Week 10 NFL predictions, starting with Thursday Night Football. I would probably got that one wrong. I would probably pick the Eagles to win that game, but the Giants did end up winning. We go now to the Broncos versus the Jets. Listen, again, I like the Jets. I think what Aaron Glenn has done to that team, I think he could be a really good head coach in this NFL, but I just think they're missing something. I do like the Broncos, and I thought very highly of the Broncos in the preseason. I think they are finally starting to figure out who they are as a team, especially after getting that win last week against the Eagles. That's a really good start for that Broncos team. On their trajectory to be back to normal. So I'm taking the Broncos to win that game. Seahawks versus the Jaguars. Both of these teams are, I think, 4-1. Um, I think Seattle are a better team. I think the Broncos, or not the Broncos, I think the Jaguars have definitely played some really good football this year, but I think Seattle, they're looking at, pushing for being one of the best teams inside of the NFC, and I think they can. So I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks to win this game. You're looking at the Chargers versus the Dolphins. They lost Tyreek 2 weeks ago. I still think Mike McDaniels will lose his job at the end of the season. Um, I'm taking the Chargers to win this game, especially after that rough loss last week for the Chargers. The Ravens versus the Rams. Their defense is horrible. Cooper Rush isn't great. They are they're playing some bad football. I'm taking the Rams, who I actually like a lot. I like Matthew Stafford. I like that team there. I love everything about the Rams and what they're doing with that offense. So I'm taking the Rams to win that game against Baltimore Ravens, and we're going to see a very lowly Baltimore Ravens team. Next up, you have the Colts versus the Cardinals. I'm taking the Colts to win this game here. I think the Cardinals again. I think there were points of the season where they started off really well, but they just don't know how to finish games. And I think the Colts have been turning eyes and turning heads this season with the way they've been playing. So I'm taking the Colts to win that game. Cowboys versus the Panthers. This was hard for me because the Cowboys don't have great defense whatsoever. And at times we've seen the Panthers offense look like a very unstoppable defense or offense. Last week when they shut out someone a couple weeks ago as well. I'm gonna take the Cowboys to win this game just because I think Dak's been playing some pretty good football. But this game it's gonna be a lot closer than people think. As a Saints fan, Saints play the Patriots. Listen, I want to lose every single game, get the first round pick or the first pick of the draft next year, and just figure that out from there. I'm going to take the Patriots to win this game. I think the Patriots are good, and they're starting to figure things out as well. Now that we're 6 weeks into the NFL season, I'm taking the Patriots. Steelers versus the Browns. Browns traded away Joe Flacco. They now have Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders at the helm at the quarterback position. How long will it take for Shador to get some playing time? Who knows? But I'll take the Steelers here. Aaron Rodgers is going to go and they're going to dominate against this Browns team. But, again, the Browns does have one of the best defenses in the National Football League. So that's something that you have to look out for as well. Next up, you have the Titans versus the Raiders. This game can go either way. I like the Titans. I like what Cam Ward will become for this league. I'm taking the Titans to win this game. Even though, yeah, I'm taking the Titans because the quarterback play from Geno Smith these days has not been great. Next up, you have the Buccaneers versus the 49ers. Two teams who have shocked me this season. I didn't expect the 49ers to be as good as they are. Record-wise, I don't think they're a good team per se, but their record is definitely a lot better than what I imagined was going to be their record coming into this part of the season. And then the Buccaneers, I definitely had them being the best team in the NFC South. I definitely think we're going to be one of the best teams inside the NFC, if not make it out of the NFC this year. Their offensive play is just outstanding. I think what Emeka Ibuka has done for that team has been transcending, and I think Baker Mayfield has been playing MVP caliber, arguably top three in the NFL this season so far. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win that game. Bengals versus the Packers. I'm taking the Packers to win that game. I expect the Packers to really come out here and dominate. After having a week off, they should be ready to go. Chiefs versus the Lions. This game will be really close too. Chiefs came out last week with the addition of Xavier Worthy back into that lineup. He just completely helped that team dominate, especially a Ravens team who didn't know they were going to be as bad as they are right now, but they are pretty bad. I'm going to take the Lions to win this game. I just expect them to. They're probably my pick to come out of the NFC this year to make it to the Super Bowl. Just the way they've been playing, really controlled, really disciplined. I think the first couple weeks they were still figuring out what life was going to be like after Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson's gone, but I think now they're figuring it out. I think they're a dominant team. I'm taking the Lions to win that game. Bills versus the Falcons. Falcons have been a letdown. I'm taking the Bills to win that game with MVP Josh Allen there, who can be a team that make it outside of the AFC as well. And then on Monday Night Football, the second game, Bears versus the Commanders. This game will be close. Could go to the Bears in my opinion, but I'm going to take the Commanders to win that game as well.